Former White House Steve Bannon shared some interesting information on Monday about former President Donald Trump's potential 2024 running mate. Bannon argued on his War Room podcast that he is a big supporter of Arizona Republican Kari Lake and would prefer to see her on Trump's ticket. In the case that Lake is not interested, Bannon said he thinks 2024 Democratic presidential candidate Robert F. Kennedy, Jr., could be Trump's running mate. Bannon said he recently did a question-and-answer session and that someone asked him for his thoughts on Kennedy, Jr. Somebody asked about Robert F. Kennedy and the great speech at Hillsdale, his opening speech, and what did I think about his prospects, Bannon began. And I said, look, I'm a Kari Lake person, but if Kari Lake becomes governor, as she should if this court case, or if not, she runs for the Senate. If she's not available to be Trump's VP, that Bobby Kennedy would be, I think, an excellent choice for President Trump to consider. There was a standing ovation, and this was a very hardcore MAGA War Room posse crowd, Bannon explained. I think that is a signal to the political elites in this country that something very different is going on. And I thought it was quite extraordinary. Robert Kennedy Jr. has huge support for the American populist movement. Look for the GOP elites to start their attacks on Bobby any day now, Bannon continued. RFK Jr., the son of the late U.S. Attorney General Robert F. Kennedy and nephew of former President John F. Kennedy, announced earlier this month that he is running for president. Kennedy spoke at Hillsdale College recently and detailed the importance of freedom, warned of totalitarianism, and blasted the overpowering government that has only gotten stronger over the years. Last week, Trump's team shared some interesting insight into his potential running mate. Trump insiders spoke to the Daily Caller and said the 45th president is likely to pick a vice presidential candidate that is loyal, has charisma, and is ideologically aligned with him. No candidates have publicly announced their intent to be Trump's VP, but the former president has indicated that a lot of people are auditioning behind the scenes. Trump insiders told the caller that although there haven't been any formal discussions to narrow down the pool, there are a set of characteristics that will likely be considered, the Daily Caller reported. We do know one thing about Trump, is that he puts a lot of weight on how well you present yourself. That really matters to him, so I suspect that will matter for his VP choice, a GOP consultant close to Trump told the caller, adding that the person needs to be TV-ready. Loyalty. That's the necessary characteristic of anyone who wants to be VP. President Trump and the movement was dragged down by disloyalty in the White House, a source close to Trump said. While the insiders did not name anyone specifically in the interview, they did at least share some insight into the type of person he would be interested in. A recent Politico report stated that an unnamed Trump advisor said the 45th president is likely to choose a running mate from 3 general lanes of candidates: women, conservatives of color, or a trusted advisor. Once you get past those 2 issues, loyalty and Trump going more with his gut, Trump has a lot of leeway in who he would pick, said Tony Fabrizio, Trump's lead pollster in 2016 and 2020. He's not necessarily looking to balance the ticket geographically, but what he can do is pick to balance gender, race, ethnicity, a lot of different lanes there. It could be everything from a Tim Scott in South Carolina to an Asian American in California or somebody Hispanic in Texas. There are so many choices and paths. And there's lots of time to go, he added. According to a report from the Washington Examiner, these 4 Republican women could be high on Trump's shortlist. South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem, New York Representative Elise Stefanik, Arkansas Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders, Arizona Republican Kari Lake. One name not mentioned in the report is Republican Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene of Georgia. Her name has been floated in the media recently.